Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining this session. So my name is Sapna and I'm from B Invest. And as our last session, we got a lot of requests from the investors to reschedule it so that most of them can attend on the weekday. So that is why we have arranged this session today again. And today we are talking about a startup called Urban Tots, which is into toy manufacturing and retailing. And to explain this, we have called Mr. Rajesh Singla with us, who has come from Planify. And good evening, Mr. Rajesh.
Very good
I
evening,
hope I'm
Sapna ji.
Yeah. So over to you, Mr. Rajesh. You can take your audience.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sapna ji, for having me here. I'm delighted to be partners with B Invest. Uh, so, guys, today we will be talking about Urban Tots. It is a SME startup which is into toy manufacturing. Before I start, I just want to congratulate each one of you that after such a long day, you have come for a session, for a investment session. It speaks a lot about you guys, like overall taking. So you have guys have taken the right first step towards towards your liberalization, towards your investments. So I hope I'll make it count. The next 20 to 30 minutes we'll talk about. So we'll talk about opportunity in Urban Tots, why this company should be should be looked at from an investment point of view. Meanwhile, Sapna ji, if you can help me getting the voice muted for the people, it will help the other investors like there won't be any interruption. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great, guys. So we'll start with the overall this company, toy manufacturing company. Deepika, can you please see to the noise?
Yes, sir. I'll.
Anna, just mute it and then we'll go about it.
Done, sir.
So that it becomes easy for them to also understand about Urban Tots. We'll take another minute before we proceed.
I think we have good pin drop silence now. We can
Great.
proceed. As well, you can just give our investor an insight about how the startup investment operates and how one's mindset should be while dealing with startups.
Right. So from an startup or from a startup point of view, see, if I'll give you an example. So someone would have, let's say, if they would have invested 1 lakh rupees in Flipkart or Oyo or Ola, any of these companies today, that is equivalent to 60 crore. Theoretically, it is equivalent to 60 crores in Flipkart, 50 crores in Oyo, and about 30 crore in Swiggy. Similarly, you name any unicorn in India right now. If anyone would have invested 1 lakh rupees, it has become multi crores. The similar kind of thing we used to see before, even in IPOs. If someone would have invested 1 lakh rupees in Infosys in 1994 in their IPO, it is right now worth close to 20 crores. Similarly, HDFC Bank is close to 22 crores. Reliance Industry is close to 18 crores. These companies, HDFC Bank came up with their IPO in 1995. Reliance Industry came up with their IPO in 1978. So till 1994, a lot of IPOs used to come, and these companies used to be very small in nature. And then these companies, in next 20 to 30 years, expanded in the business, and they made investors a significant amount of money. So after 1994, Harshad Mehta came in, Ketan Parikh came in, and they did a lot of scams. They created a lot of bogus companies. due to which SEBI stopped listing of small companies. You have to be of certain size to get yourself listed. So most of the things shifted towards startup, like the smart money started shifting towards startup, where these angel investments, your unicorns, startups, all of it, would have been read, you would have heard about these things. Like someone would have invested, as I gave an example, in Flipkart or any other unicorn, they would have made multi crores. And in last 10 to 15 years, we have flooded with more than 100 unicorns in India. And right now we feel it is just the beginning. After US and China, we are now the third largest startup ecosystem, and still there is a lot of things which will happen in next 1 decade. What we strongly feels is that startup are is going to be the future. And in order to make exceptional returns, or in order to make good returns, we should look at this asset class for investment. They should not be ignored in your portfolio. So we generally tend to tell our investor that they should at least allocate 10 to 25% of their investment in the private companies, in startups, SMEs, pre-IPOs, whereas 75% they can keep it for mutual funds, listed stocks, even for fixed deposit, debt instruments, for the liquidity purpose. There the returns will be anywhere between 5 to 20%, whereas in private markets the returns are phenomenal, like exceptional returns. Our overall returns per year right now, so we have done 31 successful exits in last 5 years. If someone would have invested in 10 lakh rupees in these 31 companies, the theoretical value is equivalent to 17 crores right now, which is an absolute return of 450%, and a CAGR return of 117%, which is absolutely phenomenal. 117% per year is mind blowing. We are very happy that even if we are able to make anywhere between like anything above 26%, actually we are we like that kind of investments. So our general thesis is that we are very skeptical about companies. We do a lot of due diligence before bringing in these startups to our investors. And once we like any company, so in general we are able to bring in 5 to 10 investments per year to our investors. When we like in any company, so we co-invest in these companies, and we ask our investors to co-invest with us. So most of the companies which you will get from Planify, we ourselves will be heavily invested in these companies. So like for Urban Tots, we ourselves are holding 3 lakh shares in Urban Tots, and we have no plans to sell those shares in next 5 to 10 years. So I'll now skip the introduction, and I'll come to the Urban Tots, why it is important, or why this opportunity becomes very unique for investment. So let's start from the problem statement. Overall, so Urban Tot is basically a toy manufacturing company. In India right now, there is a demand supply gap of 22,000 crore rupees uh, for between the demand and supply of toys. We generally import these toys from 5 countries. These 5 countries include China, Korea, Taiwan, UK, and France. From these 5 countries, we are basically importing 22,000 crore worth of toys. And good part is, in India right now, there is uh, not even like there is no company which is even doing 200 crore worth of toys. There is no company which is even making an income or revenue of 200 crore worth of toys. That is, like, there is no dominant player in this market. Mostly these companies, I'll talk about those 4 5 companies which are present in India. These are very small in size at this point of time. So this provides a very unique opportunity for anyone to invest in toy manufacturing, because the industry itself does not have any market leader. And we strongly feel Tot can actually become one of the market leaders in next 5 to 10 years in this market. The biggest reason why we do not have very big companies is there is good high, it's a capital intensive business, and you require a good amount of money to start this business. Like if someone wants to set up a toy manufacturing unit, it will generally, they'll need a capital of anywhere between 50 to 100 crores to set up that kind of unit. Overall, even if we talk from the problem point of view, the toys which especially gets imported from China and Korea, this is of very subdued quality. Like the plastic use is of very bad, and children tend to put everything in their mouth. So from these three problems, so the founder found these problems in India, like there is no there is such a big demand and supply gap. There is no big companies available in the Indian market, and the quality of Chinese toys is actually really not good. This is the reason the founder thought of creating his company in name of Urban Tots. So he basically has set up a 9-acre land plant, which is a 36,000 square yard plant in Bhiwadi, Rajasthan. Now, Bhiwadi, Rajasthan is an industrial hub. From Delhi NCR, from Gurgaon, it is about 2.5 hour drive to Bhiwadi, and it's a good industrial area. We have about 450 to 500 industries set up their units. About 200, more than 200 companies are listed. The next unit to urban, and it's on the freight corridor of Delhi to Mumbai. So getting anything in Bhiwadi and out of Bhiwadi is extremely easy. So you have very well connected roads, as well as through trains you can easily get the stuff in and out. So from that point of view, they have taken a 9-acre land plant there and set up their unit. The next unit to them is of KEI Industry. KEI Industry is also of 9-acre land plant, and KEI Industry is basically a listed company which manufactures wires, and it's a good company. So I have personally visited Urban Tots three times, and the plant looks magnificent. They basically have imported close to 70 molds now. This presentation, when it was taken, there were about 55 machines which they imported. These are the machines. So we have taken few snapshot in our presentation, which have been imported. So these machines, like the unit is quite massive. 9-acre unit is quite massive. So from one end, if you see the left bottom corner photograph, you really cannot see the other side of the unit. So there are a lot of machines which have been set up, and these machines are quite cumbersome to set up. So out of these 70 machines, there is one machine which weighs more than 2,200 ton kg. And then there is about 20 plus machines, which are more than 200 ton kgs. These machines are typically imported from China, Korea, Taiwan, UK, and France. And they have also imported a lot of molds to manufacture a lot of toys. I'll talk about the toys, what kind of toys they are working on. So this is quite a massive unit. This Mitsubishi 2200 ton kg machine is extremely huge. Like even if you want to build a robot of 6 feet, it is possible to do that. It is that massive. Like it's like a jaw-dropping machine, which when saw, like it's like a 3 floor building kind of very massive unit. So importing these machines in itself is a good entry barrier from different parts of the world, and setting that up is not a small ask, which needs to be done by any other company if they want to replicate Urban Tots. And the good part with Urban Tots is these machines are already in operations. And as and when we speak, apart from the 70 machines, they have ordered another 10 to 12 machines, which are right now being imported. Like they are on transit, and they will be expanding that in the unit as in next 2 to 3 months. So these are again some of the photographs taken from the unit. There's a lot of workers working, blue collar workers working in this toy manufacturing unit, and they basically build almost every type of toys. So we'll start with the plastic toys. These are basically small in nature. You name anything, be it Spider-Man, He-Man, you name anything, they basically manufacture that in toys, be it Beam or whatever the cartoons which is popular among students, kids. Then there are electric toys. Now these toys are basically a very unique selling proposition for them. So in India, this is the first time when someone has started manufacturing BMW bike or Yamaha R15 bike. It's quite big. Like even if a 5-year kid can actually sit on it and ride it. Similarly, they have also started manufacturing cars, be it Mercedes, BMW, Thar, these kind of cars, and these are again very heavy cars. There is a lot of demand of these cars as well as bikes. These Right now in India, nobody before them has ever tried manufacturing it, and everything used to get imported from China and Korea. Again, the problem with these Chinese toys is toys are typically of 10,000 to 15,000 rupees, anywhere between 10 to 15,000. And if you get these kind of toys, you basically want them to last. The plastic toy is generally between 100 to 1,000 rupees. So even if they break, and children do break, kids do break their toys, nobody bothers. But if you get a Jeep and it does not work after a couple of days, you will obviously feel bad with the experience that a 10,000 Jeep is not working. And there is nothing as such as service which is being provided by a Chinese company on these bikes and cars. And that is where they are scoring big. Urban Tot is scoring big in terms of the toys which they are providing. Even this electronic laptop which is showcased here, they got a 75 crore order just on this laptop, which is again given to the kids. This order has come from Anganwadi Kendra Vidyalaya. So these are quite popular big toys which they are manufacturing, and again, it is one of the USP among why Urban Tot is getting so much business. Similarly, the role play toys, like again the toys which are very popular among children or the kids, be it being a doctor or a carpenter or something like that. So these toys are again very popular. And then every kid wants to play in water, so swimming pools are the another product which they basically build. They'll be expanding into wooden toys also in next year, as per the discussion with the management. That's the last part which they want to add into the tele. Right now they manufacture more than 85 types of toys, and these are the photographs which we have taken from their toy product portfolio itself. So let's talk about the unique proposition which they have to offer. So right now, as I said, there is a shortfall of about 22,000 crore worth of toy, which we basically import. And in next 3 years, it will actually cross to 30,000 crore. So basically, India is deficient of toys. No, in India, there is hardly any company which is making toys. There are only 4 companies which are available apart from Urban Tots. One is Mattel, Fun School, OK Play, and Zephyr. And the last one was Microplastic. Microplastic has been acquired recently by Azim Premji family office. They basically bought the whole company, and that company was not even one like half the size of Urban Tots, and that was completely bought by Azim Premji family office of 570 crores. The other 4 companies like Fun School, they are mostly in kids. They are mostly in kid toys, which are mostly wooden or which are mostly used in schools. There will be like alphabets, there will be like numberings on those kind of toys, like educational toys. They are mostly into educational toys. Metal is mostly into metal toys. Again, these toys are not very popular amongst kids again because of the metals are again scratchy, like kids gets hurt a lot, so not very popular. OK Play is the only company which is listed, and let me show you something which again will interest you a lot. So OK Play is basically, it has been listed, and this company is very old. Like this company is present from 1975 to 1980s. So if you actually see, and the company has been doing nothing from last 30 to 40 years. Like the management has never been focused on building like the overall vision. They lacked the overall vision. But if I show you their charts from last 1.5 year, in November 2021, their share price used to be of 16 rupees. Uh, and basically then they rose, and this is the price in 4 years back, and the similar price was available even in 2021 on 24th of June, like couple of years back. Yeah, the share price was close to 21 rupees. And the company used to do nothing, just after PLI scheme introduced by our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, the company has grown from 20 rupees to now it is trading at 111. So if someone would have invested at 15 or 20 rupees, he still would have made a good 5 to 6 times of their investment. And the company, even if you see from a financial point of view, there is nothing much to speak about. The company has been quite stagnant in terms of revenues. In the last only 1 year, they have actually started concentrating a bit on the toys. And overall, it has been a loss-making unit. So their margins have really not up to the mark. And even the toys which they manufacture are of not very high quality, and they do not get any premium on their investment. But from a returns point of view, from an investor returns point of view, they've actually done pretty good. And this is only because of the PLI scheme. I'll talk about the PLI scheme in my next slides, which our Prime Minister has introduced. So this is OK Play, and then we have Zephyr also. So overall, if you see, there is not even a single company which is even doing 200 crores. The maximum here, even if we see, is being done by so it is being done by Zephyr, which is doing 160 crores. So overall, from that point of view, as I said, there is not even a single company which is available, which is doing more than 200 crore worth of revenue. So from that point of view, there is a very big scope from investors' point of view that this company can really become quite big. So now let's talk about the opportunity which Urban Tots provides. So they started their operation a couple of years back, and in December 2021, they started their sales. In first year, they did close to 16 crore worth of revenue. They made close to 2.5 crores of profit. This last year, they have done 300% growth from 60 crores. Their revenue grew by 300%, and it came to be 50 crores. And they have done close to 5 crores of profits. From 50 crores this year, they will be doing close to 100 crores of revenue. And it is expected that they will be doing close to 12 crores of profits. So from 100 crores next year, they are expected to do more than 200 crores of revenue, and their profitability is going to jump more than 25 crores by next year. This is the overall projection. So I'll talk about some of the unique propositions which this company has. Before talking about their order pipeline, I want to emphasize on where these people basically sell their toys. So they have a very big, very good distribution chain. So whatever toys is being manufactured by Urban Tots, right now it is getting consumed by Reliance Retail Hamleys. So Hamleys is the oldest toy selling company, which was acquired by Reliance Retail. It's basically a London company, and they generally sell very premium kind of toys. And so Hamleys are so happy with the quality of the toys of Urban Tot that they have exported one consignment to Hamleys Hong Kong, and they have also exported one consignment to Hamleys UK. So this speaks about the quality of the products which Urban Tot is been delivering, because UK is very stringent on the norms of the quality. Like they are very stringent on the quality of any material. So it has to be up to the mark if someone wants to get entry into UK market or European markets. So they are able to meet that. Apart from Reliance Retail, they also export to D-Mart, V-Mart, Bazaar India, Big Spencer. They are also doing. They are also giving the toys to. So on their OEM, they are also selling the toys to First Cry, Amazon, Flipkart. You name any good distribution player, they will be taking the toys from Urban Tots today. And overall, their pipeline of distribution is very strong. Now let's talk about the overall order book. So they have close to 750 crore worth of order book, which is in place with them. So they have a deal with the Indian Army. So Indian Army has about 3,300 CSD canteens. CSD canteens are again the canteens where Indian army officials can basically buy out stuff at a subsidized prices, because the taxes are not being levied by the government of India. The overall whatever materials, FMCG products or whatever products gets through Indian Army are quite cheap, and this is one of the benefits which they pass on to the Indian Army officials. So on to 3,300 CSG canteens, they are having so they are in talks with the of a deal where on each CSG canteen toy of 4 lakh rupees will be given. So the deal itself is worth of 135, 136 crores. It is expected by December to January they can get the authority. They have already completed the 10 step out of 12 steps process with Indian Army, and the last two steps are remaining. So there is generally a process through which you can get entry into Indian Army. No Tom, Dick, and Harry can go and sell their stuff in the CSD canteens. Similarly, they have done a deal with the Indian Oil Corporation. So in Indian Oil Corporation, we have got close to 31,000 petrol pumps. In phase one, right now, 5,000 petrol pumps. So here it is mentioned 3,100 petrol pumps, but then Indian Oil Corporation has expanded it to 5,000 petrol pumps now. So for 5,000 petrol pumps, kiosk will be provided to these Indian Oil Corporations of urban Tots. So these kiosk will again have the toys. On each of these 5,000 kiosk, toys of worth 2 lakh rupees will be deployed. So the deal itself is of about 100 crores. So in general, if we actually see after, so as per IOC, after spare parts, after fuel, obviously, like the spare parts is the first thing which people tend to buy on these Indian oil petrol pumps. Post that, the people want to have general merchandise stores, like if they want to buy Lays and all other stuff, Coke and extra. And the last thing which they felt in their survey, that the third most sought out product is if they can get hands on some toy or something which can be given to the kids who are traveling with the passengers while they are on commute, to keep them to keep them at peace. So that is the reason Indian Oil Corporation has done this deal. Apart from, so these two deals itself is of 225 crores, 135 crores from Indian Army, and 100 crores from IOC. So apart from these 235 crores, there is a 75 crore deal which is being done with the Anganwadi on the electronic laptops, which I showed earlier. So that deal, so the total deal size becomes, order book becomes of 300 crores. Then they are also in talks with Hasbro. So Hasbro is world's largest toy selling company. Like they sell basically 40,000 crore worth of toys. They sell more than $5 billion worth of toys across the world. They are very popular in America. They are very popular in Middle East, even in Europe. And again, the quality of products is very good. So right now they are in talks with about 250 crore worth of order for Hasbro. And for Hasbro, it's like peanuts. Like the company can provide tomorrow, they can go and provide Urban Tot an order book of more than 1,000 crores also. Like that is also possible. So from that point, so from that point of view, overall, so Hasbro is basically again, as I said, they are the biggest player. For them, 250 crore is basically peanuts. They can scale, they can increase the order size with Urban Tots in future. See, after, so this comes under China plus one theme. Mostly earlier they were manufacturing toys uh, in China, and post COVID, every company tends to wants to have another manufacturing unit apart from China. And in India, they have zeroed on Urban Tots for providing these toys. So from 300, apart from 300 crore, 250 crore order book becomes 550 crores. Then they also have an 100 crores worth of deal with Patanjali. where Patanjali will be selling toys in their own OEM. They also are in talks of providing toys in the marketplace of Amazon and Flipkart. Right now, Amazon, Flipkart manufacture toys in their OEM, means they basically white label the toys and sell it on under their own brand. So they want to even use the marketplace of Amazon, Flipkart, and FirstCry, and they expect the company expect that they will be able to build an order book of about 100 crores from these three marketplaces also. So this is apart from these 750 crore worth of order book, is apart from the order book which they basically get from your Reliance Retail, Hamleys, DMart, VMarts, and all of that thing. So apart from that, I'm talking about the order book. So the overall order book is extremely like strong. So this is one of the reason we feel like companies poised to do good as they are able to scale up their operations. Obviously, they will end up doing a lot of business in next 5 years. This is the reason why we strongly feel about this company. We strongly feel that investors should invest in this organization. If I talk more about the organization, so they also have a 5% subsidy on their working capital. So company has got a approval. So they got basically an award from DIC, which is Department of Industry and Commerce, from Government of Rajasthan, which basically so far to get this 5% subsidy, about 180 companies applied for it, and only 3 companies qualified, and Urban Tot was one of them. So in this, their working capital comes at about only 3% interest rate. They have a working capital of about 8.1 crores. So debt is overall very low. And that debt itself, which is very low, has a very minuscule interest rate because it has been subsidized by the government of Rajasthan, as they want to boost more and more of employment, which is being generated by this industry. Apart from this, as I said, company has got very strong margins because there are no competition, and we don't see any good like other businesses coming into this play and giving a competition to Urban Tots. The company will get good margins for next decade. Like this can be overall seen. I've already talked about Hasbro distribution to Hasbro. I've also talked about Hamleys London, Hamleys Hong Kong. So I'll not repeat it. Also, there gets a lot of deals, exclusive deals from like Sonalika tractors, Mahindra XUVs. So you create a lot of collectibles. So they create a lot of collectibles for anyone to pick and keep it as a memory or as a souvenir for them. So they do get these kind of toys. As I said, their net margins are close to 62%, and their gross margins are close to 62%, and their net margins are close to 22%. But we strongly feel that at a 750 crores, a 20% or 22% margin comes out to be 165 crores. At that 165 crores of profits, even if we conservatively take it to 100 crores, company will easily get a valuation of 5,000 crores, even if we do a 50x multiple. So I'll give you a few examples why I do say like that, because it will be a monopoly play, because it will be having very strong margins, it will get better valuations. But companies such as Boat, which do about 100 crores worth of profits. Boat is your electronic, they basically do a lot of headphones and all other stuff. So they do 100 crores of profits, and right now it is being valued at 16,000 crores. You have Ease My Trip, which is a listed company. They have 100 crores of profitability. Right now, their valuation is close to 13,000 crores. So here, the multiples are anywhere between 130 to 160. I'm taking a conservative multiple of even 50. So at a multiple of 50, we end up having a company of 5,000 crore valuation. Right now, the company share is available at only 300 crores valuation. So basically, we have the upside. There is an upside of 15 to 16 times, which basically means an investment of 10 lakh rupees has the potential of becoming 1.5 crores in next 5 years. So here it is being mentioned for next 3 years, 10 lakh to 1 crore. So from FY23 to FY28, we easily have a potential of returns of anywhere between 15 to 16 times from the present valuation. So that is the one of the reason we strongly feel that people should invest in this company. As I have said, they have a very strong distribution play. They also have now very big order books from IOC, CSD canteens, all of that stuff. Apart from this, so I'll also talk about, and I also talked about Hasbro and all. I'll also talk about Disney. So basically they have got a royalty patent with Disney. So apart from Urban Tots, nobody else can basically use the comic characters of Disney and Marvels on their toys. So, and everything is from Disney and Marvels. You name any cartoon or any character, be it Mickey Mouse, your Cars, be it Hulk, Spider-Man, He-Man, you name anything, it basically is associated with the Disney. And imagine, so from a kid point of view, if there is, like, let's say there is a headphone which is not which is plain, and then there is a headphone which is having, let's say, Hulk's hammer. So kids will want to buy something which they can associate themselves. This is again USP for Urban Tots, that they can use Disney characters as and these Disney characters basically are very well connected with the kids, and I think this also adds a unique proposition to their offerings. Similarly, so this is again, so this is our Prime Minister speaking about a PLI scheme. This is one of the biggest reason why we feel that India is going to be a manufacturing hub or a manufacturing economy in next decade. So earlier we used to be an agriculture based economy, then we shifted from agriculture to service based economy. But the next couple of decades, we will shift from service-based economy to manufacturing economies. And that has been prevalent. Not so. This is one of the focus from our Prime Minister, that if we want to go as strong as China, so we have to come into manufacturing. Even if we talk about history, like in last 2000 years, India was the manufacturing hub for whole of the world for first 17 centuries. So from after Jesus till 1700 era, India was the biggest economy in the world. Only after Britishers arrived in and they looted a lot of stuff, our number dropped from being number one to not even in top 10 earlier at the time of independence. Like in 200 years, they took a lot of stuff. But in last 75 to 80 years, we have come back, like from being 10th, now we are close to being now third, like we are right now at fourth. And if India wants to become a number one economy and they want to surpass China or US, you have to come into manufacturing. And our Prime Minister has been very focused about building manufacturing units, giving a lot of subsidies. And this PLI scheme, where they have given a 3,500 crore worth of incentives to the founders, to the entrepreneurs, so that they can come in and manufacture toys in India. So in this PLI scheme, basically, if someone is putting 100 rupees of investment, one third of investment is being borne by the government of India. Only two third, like 67 rupees will be borne by the founder, and 33 rupees will come from the government of India. This 33 rupees basically will give a lot of incentives to the founders to set up more and more of a manufacturing unit. Even if tomorrow there are 10 companies which basically build a 500 crore or 1,000 crore worth of toys business, the market itself is so huge that we still like there is a room for having 5 to even 10 companies. Like there's nothing like there is no worries from that. From, as I said, market. So right now the deficit between demand and supply is of 22,000 crore, and in just 3 years it is going to shoot above 30,000 crores, which is extremely a big number. So from that point of view, this PLI scheme is going to help Urban Tots a lot. They are going to be beneficiaries from the very first year. They are going to utilize this from the very first year. So that's a good part. I have talked about Sonalika Tractor as well as Hasbro. So this is the man behind the scenes. Like he's Deepak Chaudhary, the founder of this company. Before Urban Tots, he has been working in his family-owned business, which is again into manufacturing, but they have been manufacturing plastic. So basically, they have been manufacturing melamine crockery plastic. So they have Dinewell and DineSmart brands. Juhi Chawla, one of earlier Indian actors, used to be the brand ambassador. Basically, his father set up that business in 1991, and they have the biggest market share in melamine crockery business. They own about 20% of the market. So in India, you have an industry of anywhere between 1,000 to 1,200 crores worth of crockery, and they basically sell anywhere between 200 crore to 250 crore worth of melamine crockery in India as well as outside India. So they have a market share of about 20 to 25% there. So apart from him, they have set up the complete systems. They have got the workers, they have got the factory engineers and all to run this business efficiently. So from an investment point of view, again, this is not updated. We earlier had 50 lakh shares. So we are actually in the last leg of our last 1 lakh shares of Urban Tots. We have already sold more than 49 lakh shares. So right now, the lot size which we are offering is of 5,000 shares. And the share price is 64 rupees. So the investment comes out to be 3 lakh 20,000. So if someone invests 3 lakh 20,000, if Urban Tot is able to scale to the business which we talked about, and they are able to generate that 100 crores of profitability in next 3 to 5 years, this 3.2 lakh can easily scale even to 45 to 50 lakh rupees. So this company has got that kind of an potential. So from an investor point of view, this company looks really good. We have got a very big interest for this company. We had interest from Premji, Azim Premji Family Office, the company which we talked about earlier, who acquired microplastic. So they wanted to invest more than 100 crores in this organization. We had interactions with the Marico Family Office. They are the company which basically manufacture parachute. They want to invest more than 100 crores in Urban Tots. Also, we have interest from Zerodha Rainmaker AIF. They want to invest more than 100 crores in this business. We have interest from Rare Enterprises, which is Rakesh Junjunwala company. So their CEO Utpal Seth, we had an interaction with them, and they are happy to invest more than 100 crores in this business. And we also have an interest from another family office. These companies, they generally do not invest. Their ticket size is generally huge. All of these people, like Rare Enterprises, have net worth of more than 20,000 crores. So for them to invest anything less than 100 crores, so they feel it is like they don't really want to invest too small in a company. And right now, the founder is not like
Like,
sorry,
sorry.
they're not looking to basically they're not looking to they're not looking to sell out their shares at these valuations, and this is the reason we have asked these companies to wait, and maybe in next round, in next expansion round, if they are looking for funds, then we can obviously talk back to these companies, and if they want to invest, they can come on board. So our overall plan is to get the company listed in next 3 to 5 years. We want the company to build a profitability of anywhere between 75 to 100 crores before we take it to main board for listing. The company is right now also eligible to get itself listed in SME, but we want this company to grow more than 100 crores of profitability before we take it live. So that's pretty much it from my side. I'll open the questions. I'll open the deck for questions. If anyone has any questions about the organization, I'll be happy to answer them.
Is there a chance to invest it now?
Sorry?
Is there any chance to invest it now?
Yes, we can invest. We have so minimum lot size of 5,000 shares. People can invest anywhere, anything above 5,000 shares. They can invest 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 shares, whatever they want to invest. We have last 1 lakh shares available with us for investments.
So I've shared the form link so that if you are interested, you can just click the form link, fill in your details. Our person will call you in person. So you have a question, Rajesh. Can you talk about current financial valuations, financials of the company?
Yes, company last year did 16 crore worth of revenue. This year they have done 50 crore worth of revenue. So they have grown more than 300%. The present year, which is ongoing, in 7 months, they have clocked more than 50 crores. In this year itself, they will be doing close to 100 crores worth of revenue. In terms of profitability, last to last year, they had a profit of about 2.5 crores. This year, they have a profit of about 5 crores. And the ongoing year, we expect the profitability to jump above 12 crores as per the guidance given by the founder. Next year, we see company crossing 200 crores of revenue as well as 25 crores of profitability. So from investment point of view, the company valuation is at 300 crores, which is available for investment. And we see an upside of about 15 to 16 times, 1500 to 1600 times in next 5 years, where we see the company valuation growing from 300 crores to 5,000 crores with a profitability of about 100 crores in the PAT, profit after tax.
Current valuation price of the share is now 62 rupees.
64.
On what basis that is predefined? Because the valuation, whatever the current market value or the whatever the turnover per annum, it is showing at 50 crores, right?
Right.
But 50 crores of worth, it is listing as at 62 rupees.
Right. So from an 64 rupees, not 62. So from an investor point of view, so these valuation are being driven by merchant bankers. So the merchant banker report is available with us where they gave a valuation about 64 rupees. And that is how we have derived on this price. And basically these merchant bankers work on the discounted cash flow method, where you project the revenues of the company for next 3 to 5 years, and you basically claw them back in today's price, and that is how you calculate the valuation of a company.
Yeah, that's true. But you see, in the next 3 years or the 4 years, whatever the current orders or the whatever the market capturing, maybe they may be calculated. That may be vary from year to year on. Maybe that maybe changes also, right? What is the
Absolutely.
necessary steps has been taken? If it is not met, what is the necessary steps?
So good part is, Tariji, that while the merchant banker did the valuation of this company, they were not even having an order book of any 750 crores. Like they never even expected that they will get such big orders. Honestly, the company founders gave a projection of about only 150 crores for next 5 years, and that is where their overall profitability was calculated, and those projection itself, which they have which they gave for next 5 years, is going to met by next year itself. So they gave very conservative figures on which this valuation was derived. So 750 crore is not even considered. If that would have been considered, this company is itself today would be valued more than 700 or 800 crores.
Okay. And what is as an investor, if I take a lot of 10,000 or 20,000 or 2 lots, okay, in 3 years or the 5 years, what is the returns of expectation as an investor?
Yes, so you can basically invest anything, be it 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 shares. As I said, we ourselves are holding 3 lakh shares in Urban Tots, and we do not have any plans of selling those shares. We'll be holding it till the last, till we get good growth. So we only sell shares only in 2 times, like in 2 So we have a very simple philosophy. We feel company becomes overvalued, like a 10 rupee thing becoming 30 or 35 rupees, or company has stopped growing because of any extrinsic ABC, XYZ reasons, the company is not growing, then we will want to make an exit. Otherwise, we keep like we remain invested in any organization if we like something. So similarly, from an investment point of view, what we feel that today the company in next 5 years can basically drive a profitability of close to 100 crores with these mega orders, and apart from that, they're also having very strong distribution chain present with the Hamleys and all of that stuff, and they will be able to build on a 100 crore profitable business. And at that point of time, even if we give them a 50x multiple, the company valuation becomes 5,000 crores. Right now, the company is being valued at 300 crores. From here, we have a potential of anywhere between 15 to 17 times. So basically, a 10 lakh rupees investment has the potential of becoming 1.5 crore to 1.6 crores, like 1.5 crores. That is what our expectation is.
Okay, and from my side, the final question is like, see now the value of the company is 64. Okay, once it enters into the listing, okay, at that time the company value may be downgraded to some whatever the current value is there. It may be downgraded as well, right?
Yes, so Thariji, yes. So from 15 times here, so this 64 rupees share has the potential of becoming 900 to 1000 rupees. That's possible that this company share can actually become 1,000 rupee share. Now, when the IPO will come, generally what happens is whenever a merchant banker come up with an IPO, their overall agenda is to keep the IPO price less than 100 rupees. That is their overall agenda. At times it is less than 1,000 rupees. I have rarely seen any IPO coming above 1,100 or 1,200 rupees. They generally want to tend to keep it below. They tend to keep it below 100 rupees, and that is where the company will issue bonus shares, or they will split the shares so that the overall value per share becomes small, so that retail investors can invest in any IPO. IPOs are generally very good time to make an exit of a company. This is how private markets basically work. That once the phase of growth, so share market is a very simple fundamental. Like if your company is growing by 100% year on year, your share price will also follow the same. That's the fundamental rule. Because of the euphoria, 100% rise in the earnings may yield even 400% rise in the share price. That might be because of the euphoria, or because of any if it is other way around, like because of the bad sentiment, the prices might drop also just because of the bad sentiment. So that's the another opportunity which market provides. But fundamentally, if share price is if the company earning is increasing 100%, the share price also will tend to follow the same in a long run basis. And that is where we feel this company has very unique opportunity for the investors to make a hell lot of money.
Yeah,
The
in the
company,
slide, in the slide, you said like Jureda and Jinjanwala, lot of big players want to invest that. It's a general question I'm asking that. Why the company was not looking into the big players? It is looking into the small players.
no, not really. So from 300 crores, if they today liquidate 100 crores, 1/3 of the company gets owned by rare enterprises. What value will they bring? They will come on the board. Any founder, so the founder himself has input capital of more than 30 crores in the company. So they really do not want at this point of time to liquidate 33% of their holdings. Tomorrow, you know that, and by after say once they introduce this business and they started getting such big orders, right now if they liquidate these shares, they will be selling the shares at a very cheap valuation, which they really don't want to do. That is the reason of them saying no. So we got these shares. So we had a commitment of about 26 crores. So we have already done that. Like last 1 lakh shares, as I said, is left with us. So they are not even willing to give us some more shares.
Okay. As a happy kind or the B invest, any discount price for us? Because you were saying 64. If it would help a lot of players comes into from the B investment or the happy kind side, so that if you provide us some space as a discount, because 64 I feel it is bit high. If you provide us a bit discount on that one, it would be a great help.
So this is a good point, Thariji. So from an investor point of view, what we do generally do with our founders is we take the share prices at earlier, we take the share prices at a discount, the company's valuation at a discounted valuation itself, and that gets reflected in the share price. So today, even if we do this valuation again, so this merchant banker valuation, as this report is, this presentation is not being updated from last 3 to 4 months. The merchant banker valuation was happened in March 2022. So 1.5 years back. At that point of time, the company valuation was done at 300 crores. So we took the shares at the same price. We didn't get it revised so that our investors can invest with us at a cheaper valuation. So, and that is the basically the benefit. Like today, the valuation of the company, even if we do a merchant banker valuation after this 750 crore worth of order book and all of these strong orders, the company will be minimum will be valued at anywhere between 600, 700 or 800 crores. So from that point of view, it is already coming at a like 50 to 70% discount to our investors.
That's good only, but what I am saying is that as the value of the current worth value, and based on that, I feel like it's bit high price only, but it still have a scope to give a discount if it help us, so that a lot of players can pitch into the to the company, so that as you said that you are not interested to be a part of big players at this time, so that a small players can come into the picture. That's my side. I want
Right.
to put
Hariji, so this 64 rupees, we cannot, like, I cannot even give these share even at 63 rupees. This valuation report has been done by a merchant banker, and we have that stamped valuation report signed by the merchant banker. If the price was mentioned there at 64 rupees, so we have to give the shares at 64. We cannot change the price. Good part is that we have taken this valuation report 1.5 years earlier valuation report at which we are getting these shares. We didn't let the founder take a revised valuation report from a merchant banker. We are doing it at the same valuation which was done 1.5 years back. 1.5 years back, the companies was making a revenue of 16 crores and they were making a profit of 2.5 crores. Today, in this present year, they will be doing a revenue of 100 crores and they will be doing a profit of more than 12 crores.
Rajesh, we have few more questions in the chat box as people are waiting to be resolved. So Mr. Bhargav has a couple of questions. Is there any near date for IPO? Till it becomes IPO, how can we track our investment? Do we have any access to the same?
Right. So we do keep our investors and partners updated about the company's progress. Every quarter, we tend to share investor updates, and we will be sharing it with B Invest, and B Invest will be sharing it with their investors. So you will keep getting updates on the company. Obviously, you can track it even on our Planify platform. That is one or the same thing. So apart from that, before the IPO, so at IPO, we are planning the IPO in next 4 to 5 years. We have basically given the guidance to the founder that they should build a profitability of anywhere between 75 to 100 crores before we take them public. The company is right now also eligible to do a SME IPO, but we really don't want to do a small and medium enterprise IPO because this company is growing at a very fast pace, and we feel we can remain private and let this company grow. Once they are able to build 75 to 100 crores of profitability, we will be taking them live on the IPO main board on BSE and NSE. And that will be one point where investors can make an exit. Apart from that, what I strongly feel, once this 1 lakh shares gets over, the secondary sale of these shares will start. And at that point of time, if someone wants to make an exit, obviously these shares are going to get grabbed by the investor. That will be a second entry point, exit point. And after 1,000 crores of valuation, what we generally tend to see, the secondaries starts. There people can basically, even if someone wants to offload their shares, they can offload it, and the other investors will grab it before the IPO of any company.
So there is another question from Mr. Bhargav. After IPO in place, will our shares get added to our demat account? How much growth we can expect for this 3.2 lakh once it is in the market?
Right. So you will get the shares on your demat on the same day when you invest, Bhargavji. So once you invest, let's say 3,20,000, the same day you will get the shares in your demat. Whatever broker you are having your demat will be able to transfer the shares in your CDSL or NSDL demat, whatever is possible, whatever is applicable. So that won't be a problem. So you don't have to wait till IPO to get these shares. At IPO, the company's share gets listed and the trading of the shares happens on an exchange. That is the only difference an IPO brings in. And overall, as I said, we strongly feel that this 3,20,000 has the potential of making anywhere between 15 to 16 times of return in next 5 years. Basically, this 3,20,000 has the potential of becoming 50 lakh in next 5 years.
When is the last date for investment?
So you
So-
can do, Sapna ji, you can take it forward.
Yeah. So ideally, after the session, we allow, because we do the session on the end of the day. So after the session, 2 working days, you have to book your slot by paying minimum of 10%. So in this case, it is 3,20,000. So I think last time Mr. Rajesh was generous enough to call it for 20,000 only, not 30,000, but 20,000. So if you pay 20,000, your slot will be booked, and within 5 working days, you can arrange for the balance of the amount. And our customer service will be in touch with you. Customer service executive will be in touch with you. Once you make the token advance amount, she will follow up with you for further onboarding and demat credit and etc. We have some more questions. 1 second, please.
Hi, this is Pawan. Hello.
Yeah, hi,
Yeah,
Pawan ji.
Mr. Pawan, please continue.
I want to know about the financial actually, that EPS or debt to equity ratio, and what is the debt to the company, how they are right now, how they are funding the then debt, and what are the interest they are paying, those things. Can you throw some light on the financials?
Absolutely, Pawan ji.
And
Love to. So the company has got a very low debt, as I explained in the.
can we get the balance sheets of the company from the start till date?
Yes, it is present. We can share that with you. Won't be a problem.
Okay,
So
okay.
if you actually see, so they have got a debt of, so they have got a very small debt. They have they have a working capital of about 8 crores, and on which they get a 5% subsidy from government of Rajasthan. They basically qualified, they have been qualified by Department of Industry and Commerce. For this, 180 companies applied, and out of 180 companies, only 3 companies basically won this subsidy. So they are the beneficiaries of that subsidy. So on this 8 crore loan also, they are paying an interest rate of only 3%. So that makes their debt to equity very small. Their debt itself is very small. From a financial point of view, last year in FY22, they have done 16 crore worth of revenue. Their profitability PAT was close to 2.5 crores. Last year in FY23, they have done 50 crores worth of revenue. Their profitability is close to 5 crores. This year, on the ongoing year, they will be doing close to 100 crores worth of revenue, and their profitability will be close to 12 crores. So you can see a 100% growth in profits, as well as 300% growth in revenue in the last year, and 100% growth in this year. Next year, what we are talking with the founder, what they have given us the projections, that they will be able to clock anywhere between 200 to 210 crores of revenue with the scale at which they are operating, and they will be able to generate a profitability of more than 25 crores.
Okay, and where can I get these financials and these balance sheets and all?
We
So you can
can
fill in the form, Mr. Pavan, I believe. And
Okay.
once you fill the form, our CSE will call you, and she will arrange for all these documents to be sent to you via email.
And who is the merchant banker who has valued these things?
we have the valuation report. So it is from RR Financials. So we can share that merchant banker valuation report as well with you.
Okay. Fine. Thank you.
So
The
what
debt
is the
amount
guarantee
is
of?
that the debt amount is I did not get the debt amount. What exactly?
It-
You saying
debt
that
is
small
only-
amount, but I did not get the what exactly number.
So debt is only of 8 crores.
Working capital is about also 8 crores only.
Working capital is basically their debt.
Okay.
Their working capital is only their debt. So that debt basically is of 8 crores, on which they get a subsidy of 5%, and their interest rate is about 3% overall on that 8 crore.
Okay. 30 crores. The pool amount is like it's been using by the CEO, or it's still kept as a pool only 30 crores.
30 crore has been invested by the founder himself, and we have pooled in close to 26 crores from other investors, and we have given it to the founder, and they have basically, and they also liquidated. So in totality, 85% is being held by the founders. 5% is being given to their family and friends by the founder, and 10% we have liquidated about 10% and given it to our investor base by Planify.
Okay. Swapna, I've been filled the form. Could you share those all the required documents so that we can see
Yeah,
those all
so
the
the
things?
form link has been shared in the chat itself.
Yeah, already it's been filled. Yeah, it's been filled.
Yeah.
I'm
So
waiting
you'll be
for the
getting a
document.
call, don't worry. Tomorrow,
Yeah.
first working hour, you'll be getting a call from my colleague. She will help you. And Mr. Rajesh, we have few more questions already being
No,
answered. But
Swapna,
still,
Swapna,
yeah.
sorry to interrupt you.
I'm
See,
sorry.
they
Tell
are
me, Mr.
asking the
Venkat.
questions, but when we ask the documentation also, last time also that the same way happened.
Sheets అని అడుగుతున్నారు వీళ్ళు అంటే వాళ్ళు బయట ఎక్కడ
Yeah, they are not sharing the required documents when we ask also. That is the reason we are dropping out a lot of things.
No. In that case, I would appreciate if you can, in your form itself, if you can mention what are the list of documents you require.
I said clearly the fundamentals and the financial documents are required, but that was
Sure,
not
sure.
happening.
It will be arranged. Don't worry, Mr.
No,
Venkat.
the background reality I'm saying, what happening
Yeah.
is that when we ask, they are what you have question. I am asking, we did a required documents till today. The last company RNT as well as the pharmaceutical company as well happened the same way. That is the reason I dropped out. Without sharing the documents, how can we invest?
You're talking about VCI chemicals?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, no worries. I would appreciate if you can just mention it in the form so that I will get the first-hand information, being the team lead. So I'll have a look at my team as to where their work was stuck or what was the reason. Okay, if that
We
is the
have the
case, you
documents
have my number as well in the community. Please feel free to reach out to me. No worries.
Thariji, for VCA chemicals also, we are having all the required documents. If there is any overall communication gap, thanks for
Yeah,
highlighting.
I thought of going with the VCI chemicals, but I did not get the proper documentation. That is the reason I dropped out.
No worries. Sapna ji will ensure that you get.
I'll take care of that. If it is still open for investment in VCI chemicals, yes, we would like to take it forward. But however, Mr. Venkat, you please fill in the form so that we get in touch with you tomorrow and we can handle both VCI as well urban
Lot,
Tots.
lots and above.
Yeah. So can we move on to the next
Hi,
question,
sir.
Mr. Rakesh?
Yeah. Hi, Sapna. This is Raghuveer. Can you hear me?
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good, Sapna. Thank you.
Yeah.
So again, the same thing what the previous caller asked, right? So I have invested in NSC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unlisted shares. So the communication is not showing accurate unless and until I give a call 10 minutes.
I
Yeah.
would appreciate. Yes, I have your email, and that is something which is getting shared tomorrow, or rather this evening. The work is in progress, but I would appreciate if we can limit the questions to this session, because we have a third-party guest from Planify who's addressing a very specific, company. So, of course, I am having your mail. I'll look after that, Mr. Ravi.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So let's gentlemen, let's try to keep discussion specific when we have someone from outside. And
No.
you can always
Sapna,
write to
I am aware of it. I am aware
KSG
of it. And I have written via email as well. You have my phone number.
I have
my
your
yes,
mail
you
and
have everything. But only thing
correct.
is I'm not getting the response. I know I should not intervene in such calls, but I know that. But
Yeah.
I couldn't do much. Sorry.
Yeah.
No worries.
Actually, yes, I'll have a separate call with you on this. Do not worry, sir. Yeah.
Thanks.
So moving
NSC
on to the
is doing
next
well,
one,
just
Mr. Rajesh.
being a bit, NSC is doing very well, Raghuveerji. Their business has been growing very, very well. They have been paying very high dividends, so nothing to worry on that front as well.
Oh, thanks. Thanks,
There is
Rajesh.
another question.
Rajesh ji, can we move on to the next question, please?
Right. So there is a question from Mr. Randhir ji. He has asked, what is the last date for investment? Sapna ji, if you can take.
Yeah, like I said, two working days from tomorrow, you will be required to, for now to start, you will have to fill in the form that we have shared in the chat, and then you have to wait for our customer service executive to call and share the bank details with you. Once you make the token advance of 20,000 rupees, the lot will be booked in your name, and then within 5 working days, you can finish the balance payment. What is the investor's guarantee? That's the next
This is a very
question.
good question. Nah? So what's the investor guarantee? What's the guarantee of this 10x growth? Can we get a balance sheet? Obviously, you can get the balance sheets. We'll love to share the balance sheets, pitch deck, as well as the audited valuation report by the merchant banker. So I'll get it shared. Won't be a problem. So now what's the guarantee of this 10x growth? So I have a famous saying by Peter Lynch, and I love him because of the way he has done his investment journey. Like he has done his investment across his life. And there are few things like even investor used to ask him like what is the guarantee of returns, and he generally have a very good saying that you tend to do a lot of logical things in terms of in order to cover your risk. For an example, if the company is not having too much debt, then how can a company become bankrupt? So this is a very this is one statement which I really love, that people generally tend to feel that private companies are risky, or any business, like even if it's a listed company, investing in stock market is risky. And he has a very simple saying that if a company does not have much of leverage or much of debt, then it is very hard for any business to basically go bankrupt. It might happen that for an year or two in tough times, or in times of recessions and all depressions, the business might be slow, but then the companies will be able to do well. So overall, again, from Rakesh Junwala, what I have learned, they have a very simple philosophy that whenever they want to invest, they tend to pick companies which has the potential of becoming the monopoly play, which can remain strong amongst the competitors, like the company where your margins are not going to get compromised because of the competition. and you have a good visibility of growth. For all of these things, Urban Tots ticks the check boxes. Like company has the potential of there is no way that we cannot say that Urban Tot will not become a 1,000 crore worth of 1,000 crore revenue of toy manufacturing company. The market size or the opportunity is huge, and they have got the right machines as well as molds as well as products. They are tying up with a lot of good people, be it Hasbro, be it with your this Disney thing, the Disney royalty patent. They've done PLI scheme, so it comes under PLI scheme. It is bound to get benefits from Government of India, and they are already beneficiaries of from Government of Rajasthan on subsidies on debt itself. So this will these all the things summing up together will give them a good edge of growing their business well. In the last couple of years, I have seen the company. So once malab, I know the founders from that point of time when they didn't had even a single brick on their unit. And last 2.5 years, how they have shaped that business from setting up that unit, putting up 70 machines, getting each and every machine, so big machines, and manufacturing that kind of toys which are basically not being built in India. Not even a single player has ever attempted building these big electrical toys, as I said, cars, jeeps, and they are getting the such a good order book even from the Hamleys. Hamleys wants to do. Hamleys have given them an offer where they want to do. They want Urban Tot to manufacture all toys for them, like whatever Urban Tot is able to manufacture, they want everything to be given to Hamleys. Obviously, they don't want to be dependent on one company, and they want to have a very strong play. The company is even going to set up another manufacturing unit. The second unit will be coming up in Madhya Pradesh. That will be again in industrial area, Sitara. It will be 2 to 3 years down the line. Company will eventually end up doing 4 to 5 plants in India uh, across all the regions, so that they are able to manufacture toys and is able to distribute it efficiently. So from that point of view, company has got everything to scale their business. So what as you said, ki, how can this company becomes 10x? I asked the same question back. Why cannot it become a 10x? When we know that company, the way they are working and the way they have the order book, such a strong order book. How many companies do we know that who is doing a 50 crore of revenue or 100 crore of revenue has got an order book of 750 crores? So this gives us a good cushion. This gives us a good feeling that the company will be able to deliver in next 3 to 5 years how they have been delivering in last 3 years. This is the reason we strongly feel that people should look to invest in this company. It will be one of a decade opportunity for investments.
So I have shared the form. So there is one gentleman, Mr. Bhargav, asking, can we get a chance to view shares that Planify shares, held by Planify? If any case, Planify
We can
exists
share that.
even a stake. Okay.
Won't be a problem again, Bhargavji.
Yeah.
And
Can
as
we have half of the lot? That is 2,500 shares.
no, that won't be possible. It is not being permitted by, it's a private limited company, and whatever we are selling is basically with the consent of the founders and the management. So right now we have a consent of 5,000 shares, and 2,500 shares is not possible, Bhargavji.
Yeah, so I have shared the form link once again, and we are receiving significant responses from the participants. I request everyone to please fill in the form so that we can end the session. It's already 10:30, close to 10:30. I
Thanks,
would
Chalaji.
appreciate.
I appreciate that you like the presentation. Srinivas ji has a question that is there any lock-in period? So there is no lock-in period as such. Before the IPO, you can exit the company at any given point of time. At an IPO, merchant banker will share a document of OFS, which is an offer for sale document. So you can basically offload these shares in an IPO. Post the IPO, there is a lock-in of 6 months that these cannot be sold on the stock exchange. And post 6 months, you can basically sell these share even on a stock exchange. So from that point of view, there is no lock-in as such.
So I request everyone to fill in the form also if you have any specific requirement for the documents or anything that you have been committed in the session. Please have a mention of the same in the feedback and query section. You have opportunity to fill in some more extra information that you require. This helps us, the management team, to understand what's actually required by the investors, and if at least possible, we can arrange for this. So we have 41 people still left in the session. I have been regularly sharing the form link. I appreciate if you can fill in the form and then exit. So if you don't have Demat account, also our team will help you to open a Demat account. But do not stop any advance payment thinking that I don't have Demat account. The Demat account is a matter of 3 to 4 hours, which we will anyways open it for you. But once you make the token advance payment, the lot will be booked in your name.
This is the last lot which is available for investment, Sapna ji, and I'll appreciate like whatever investors are interested, they should be able to like close it. I don't want tomorrow we saying no to any investor, because we have got
we are getting that for VCI now. We are saying no, and we ourselves don't feel like saying no, but yeah, we are saying no for VCI.
So Randeep ji, this is a basically so the company has not gone ahead with the websites and all. Say basically, these people are not very tech savvy. As I said, their business is to manufacture a lot of toys, and a lot of engineering, a lot of chemical engineering is required in getting these stuff built and getting these units set up. So they are really not tech people who will create websites or who will have that kind of a presence. So, but in coming years, once these people will start featuring into marketplace of these Amazon, Flipkart, FirstCry, I'm pretty sure they'll be coming up with their website and all. But right now they don't have the website and all. You can obviously go and visit Bhiwadi, Rajasthan plant if you want to. We can also share a YouTube video which we have on Bhiwadi Rajasthan plant, which was covered by our team. It also has the interview with the founder, Mr. Deepak Chaudhary. I can share that video link if you want to see overall the plant. And it looks massive. It looks really good.
Do we have any more questions? Is there anything you would like to know? We are ending the session in next 5 minutes. We have only 34 people left in the session. Is there a way to trade our stake before IPO, Mr. Bhargav? Rajesh, you there? Please don't restrict small investors like us who want to invest. Try to make it for 2,500 shares.
So Bhargav ji, you can, as I said, before the IPO, you can make an exit. Generally, what we see is that when the company valuation increases over 1,000 crores, their secondary sale starts. So basically, you can sell the shares after companies gets valued more than 1,000 crores. And I think the way they are operating a year and a half post it, people will, if there could be investors who might want to offload it at 1,000 crores or above. So that kind of opportunities will become present. Apart from that, so the secondary will start, and post that in next 5 years, the company will come up with their IPO. So that's the opportunities. even if they go for a next round of funding, there also we can help investor make an exit. If someone wants to make an exit, that will be another exit opportunity, which we obviously will be passing on to our investors. If company is raising a next round of funding, at that point of time, our existing investors wants to make an exit. Some of them wants to make a partial exit or a full exit. Obviously, we will help those investors make an exit, and we can offload these shares to any big new investor who is coming on board.
Do we have any more queries that Mr. Rajesh can answer? Otherwise, we are good to end.
I really love to. If it was possible, I could have even given 500 shares, but the choice is not with me. It is with the founders, and it's because it's a private limited company. They cannot have more than 200 investors. And earlier, as I showed in the presentation, it was 10,000 shares, and we got it after a lot of perseverance. We got it to 5,000 shares. Below this, they will not budge, and because it's a last lot, I don't think there is any other point also to get it changed to 2,500 shares. Honestly, they will not approve it. So the minimum investment in this company has to be of 5,000 shares. But generally, what I tend to ask investors is, if they are investing, let's say, I generally tend to say if they want to invest 100 rupees in private markets, we should park at least 5 to 10 rupees in this company because of the strong play it offers. So from that point of view, if you can stretch, it will be good. As this opportunity will not come again to invest in this company again.
So we are ending the session in next 1 minute. If there are any questions, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, we believe that all the queries have been resolved. Yes, we are getting good number of forms, good number of queries. Thank you, gentlemen. So even I would like to add that yes, we as Be Invest also get a lot of startups who would be seeking funding. You know, when you are giving money, there are people who want to take, but you know, it's not that easy to take a decision being in Be Invest or being in Planify to play with someone's money. So there is a strong due diligence which happens. There is a lot of numbering, you know, number being evaluated, and background being checked and understood about the promoter, their family, their background, their ability to handle people's money, etc. Okay, so that's where I'm coming from. That yes, when we bring a startup to you, of course, when we bring it from Planify, we would have seen the ongoing startups with Planify, and out of them, the best ones which they are having, and which, of course, in a particular industry, if that category is really doing well, then only it gets listed on the Be Invest platform. So thank you so much for trusting us. Thank you for filling in so many forms. You know, our participants were about 70, and more than 40 people have shown interest. That's a good number. Rajesh ji, I'm declaring this number to.
I just hope
this.
I'm able to give. We have only 25,000 shares. I'm not sure if we will be able to give 40 lots.
Okay. It's fine. It all depends on first in, first out. You know, as we get the token, we might have to see how we have to take it forward. Okay, thank you, gentlemen. So I'm ending the session. So I would like to thank Mr. Rajesh Singla for coming this evening and talking to our investors and giving them a good insight about startup investments, as well about Urban Tot as a manufacturer. So yes, it was a good insight. Even we also learned a lot about this company and about the government strategies about manufacturing subsidies and all. So thank you so much for this session, Mr. Rajesh, and we look forward to do a lot more sessions with you. And thank you so much, gentlemen, for participating. I'm ending this session. Good night, everyone. Good night, Rajesh ji.
Thanks, everyone. Good night. Have a good sleep. Bye bye.